Hi, this is my review of the Sog Seal Pup I. As you can see here, I've laid out some other knives. We're going to do a comparison of the size and also the features of the Sog Seal Pup. Now, the Sog Seal Pup, there is the Seal Pup II that's already out. I got this though through Midway USA. I think like 35 bucks, and it's gonna be my field knife that I'm gonna take out for deer season this year, so I hope it works well so far for the money. As you can see, I have a variety of different knives. For the money, I think it was a good purchase. It originally sold for I think $60 to $70 when it first came out. So let's go over some of the points of the Sog knife. Now, Sog, they make their knives kind of all over the place. Some of their knives are made in China now, like their low end, but they were initially known for being built in the USA. This one, you know, I'm pretty sure it's built in the USA, but it doesn't say. The box doesn't say anything. The company's from Seattle. I do believe that this particular version is a USA made knife. So I'm going to set that box aside. We're going to go over a few of the different features of the knife. First, to start with, let's take it out of the sheath. It is a leather sheath. Very nicely made here and solid. It even has a backer in here, so you're not going to wear out the sheath. Here's the knife. And look at that. Made in China. I've actually seen that before. So it is a China-made knife. So, and everyone has their own opinion of China-made knives. Here I have knives of every manufacturer. So let's start with what I have first. I have this little tiny keychain knife from Swiss Army. I have my Benchmade, made in the USA, foldable pocket knife, my everyday carry. A lot of people know what this knife is. This is the Mora knife. It's from Sweden. Runs about $15 on Amazon. Everyone is picking these up right now. It seems like a huge fad. Hey, I just picked mine up about 2 months ago. I didn't even know about this company until my friend told me about this company about earlier this year in 2012. So here's the Mora knife. Now, I purchased this after I already owned this. Neither knives I've taken in the field. I had an accident this year, so I've been out of it. But here I am with the review. The Mora knife, hard sheath, very nice. I like that. The Sog knife, the sheath, if you like leather, it's nice. It's not very thick. Durability wise, you know, I'd probably give it a 5 out of 10. It looks durable, but I think over the course of a few seasons you're definitely going to see wear on it, and it's not going to last that long. You need to get a secondary sheath or really reinforce this sheath. So I'm going to set that sheath aside for the moment. And then this last knife we have up here, this is a Schrade survival knife. Very large, largest knife that I own. And it's a great knife. I just picked this knife up as well. 35 bucks. It comes with a Mole approved sheath. You could attach it to a backpack. I bought this knife for my bug out bag. This sheath is probably the weakest made sheath out of the 3 knives. The Mora knife is the strongest with a plastic hardened sheath. The Sog knife, it's a well-made sheath. It's okay, but this sheath, this is like a 2 out of 10. This is gonna fall apart, and I know that. But again, this particular knife was for my bug out bag. So let's go ahead and put that to the side. You have your American-made, Benchmade knife. Very nice, very sharp. It's my everyday carry. Perfect little knife for on the go. Now, for survival knife, for batoning, you would use a larger knife like this, but you could use either of these knives as well. I went with a heavy-duty large knife because I wanted something strong. So why do I have the Sog knife? Well, the Sog knife I picked up primarily because this is the knife that I was looking for, having a very nice grip. Also has the serrations here to give you really good grip, and this is for skinning animals. So, made in China, you know, I have to say that a lot of people, especially knife collectors, want USA. However, China basically owns us, unfortunately, and most of our steel mills are in China now. So I can see why Sog's doing it. It's bringing the cost down for them, which eventually brings the cost down for the consumer. How well this knife's built, you know, I can't really say as of now because I haven't been able to put it through its paces. But overall, it's a full tang knife. The grip is really good. I think it would work well in all weather, except that, you know, you're probably going to have some slipping action here on the bottom half of the grip because there's nothing here. You have grip on the sides, but nothing underneath, and it's a hard plastic. So compared to a Mora knife, which is a hardened plastic, but it's grippy from front to back, the Mora knife you'd probably be better in all weather. But for the Sog knife, for $35, really nice knife. Compared to the Mora, wow, I had to say that the Sog comes as a much sharper blade. Now it's probably at an angle of, I'd say maybe 15 to 17, where the Mora knife's more at like maybe a 20. So that may be, in time I could sharpen the Mora, make it a little bit sharper, but out of the box, which is the comparison we're going to work with here, out of the box the Sog is much sharper than the Mora. However, $15, roughly $35 to $40. I'm sure you might be able to find it cheaper, maybe at a military surplus. Made in China, made in Sweden. So, and the reason I'm comparing these is because Sog's a popular brand. Some of their products are reviewed pretty bad, some are reviewed pretty good. I would say for the money I spent on this knife, I'm comfortable with it being made in China. The overall grip and the durability of it and the thickness of the blade compared to, say, a Mora knife are all benefits of owning both of these knives. So again, going back to, let's say, the sheaths, the Mora knife has a plastic sheath, this has a leather sheath, and I personally like the hardened plastic, but this leather sheath, this is very nice as well. It seems pretty durable. Now, there are rumors, depending on the model that they send you of the Field Pup, there is a leather sheath, there's a nylon sheath. Now, the nylon sheath is supposedly quite a bit stronger, but you get what you get, and I received the leather sheath. So I'm not sure if you could buy the nylon sheath from Sog if your leather one wears out, but I'm sure you could figure something out. So overall, for the knives in comparison, if I was going to buy a third knife, I'd go with the Mora knife. The Sog knife is great, but I can get 2 more of these knives for the cost of 1 of these knives. Now, a Mora knife has a lot of knives, and I could take the time to sharpen it. They do come sharp, but again, it's a different degree of angle of the sharpness. So this is, again, I believe it's more or less a 20 degree. You can feel free to comment on that, but this is a much sharper knife. So this is what I'm going to be taking in the field to skin any animals when I'm hunting this year. But the Mora knife I would take into the field as well. And again, with the hardened plastic, this is a really nice sheath, and a lot of people, either you can make your own sheath with leather, or you have to hope that your manufacturer comes with a hardened sheath like this. So overall, great knife. I recommend either of them. Best bang for your buck would be the Mora knife. The sharper knife would be the Sog. But either way, good knives. Both of them are under $40. This one's under $20. And if you're looking to grow your collection of knives, have a little bit of variance, you know, even if you wanted to throw in this large survival knife from Sheath, I have a review on that as well here on my YouTube channel. I mean, this is a great knife too, but this is heavier than if you were to carry around both of these knives combined in their sheaths. But this knife has different purposes behind it, such as batoning and in chopping with this knife. So that's my overall review here on the Sog knife. Take a look at it. Midway USA may still have them on sale. I'm sure that Amazon has them. And again, this is the Field Pup 1. Field Pup 2's been out for about a year or more now, because this is an older knife. This is one of Sog's first edition type knives. So enjoy. Thank you for watching. Any questions, feel free to leave it in the comments.